So you say you're building a business, but you're treating it like a hobby. You work on it when you feel like it. You skip it when you don't. You show up when it's convenient, right? And that's why you're not making money. Hobbies don't pay. Businesses do. So Monday, you're motivated. You work on your income stream for 2 hours. You're committed. Tuesday, you're tired. You skip it. I'll do it tomorrow. Wednesday, something came up. You skip it again. This weekend for sure, right? Weekend comes, you work on it for an hour, maybe, if you have time. And that's how you treat a hobby, not a business. Compare that to your job, your actual job that pays you. You show up Monday, no question. Even if you're tired, even if you don't feel like it. Tuesday, you're there. Wednesday, absolutely. Weekend, you rest because you worked all week, right? Your job gets your consistency, right? Your commitment, your discipline. But your business gets whatever is left over, if anything, right? Meanwhile, someone else is treating their business like a business, not a hobby. They show up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day, regardless of how they feel. Not because it's fun, right? Because it's their business, right? And businesses require commitment. 6 months later, they're making money, real money, right? Replacing their job income. And you're still working on it when you have time, right? Still making $0 because hobbies don't generate income, right? And treating this casually made sense at first, right? You were testing it out, seeing if it works, dipping your toes in. But you can't build a business by dipping your toes, right? You can't generate income by showing up when you feel like it. At some point, you have to decide, is this a hobby or a business, right? Because the answer determines how you treat it. And how you treat it determines your results, right? Pay attention to this. Number one, hobbies are for fun. Businesses are for results. When you treat this like a hobby, you work on it when it's enjoyable, right? When you're inspired, when you feel like it. That's fine for hobbies, right? Hobbies exist for your enjoyment. No pressure, no expectations, right? But businesses exist for results, revenue, income, growth, right? The results don't care about your feelings. They care about your actions, right? You can't generate consistent income with inconsistent effort, period, right? So if you want business results, you need business commitment, right? Not hobby commitment. Number two, you wouldn't treat your job this way, right? So don't treat your business this way. Imagine showing up to your job only when you feel motivated, right? Skipping days when you're tired, right? Working when it's convenient, right? You'd get fired immediately. But that's exactly how you're treating your business and wondering why it's not paying you, right? Your job pays you because you show up consistently every day, no excuses. Your business will pay you the same way, right? When you show up consistently every day, no excuses, right? So treat your business with the same commitment you give your job. Better yet, treat it with more commitment because it's yours, right? Number three, serious commitments creates serious results, right? Casual commitment creates casual results, right? You're putting in casual effort, an hour here, 2 hours there, or when you have the time, right? When you feel like it, that's casual commitment. And casual commitment creates casual results, right? $0, maybe $50 if you're lucky. People making real money are seriously committed. They show up every day. They work when they don't feel like it. They prioritize their business like it matters, right? Because it does. It's their future, right? Their freedom, their way out. You want serious results? Get seriously committed. This isn't a side experiment anymore, right? It's your business. Treat it like one, right? So how do you shift from hobby mindset to business mindset? How do you get seriously committed, right? You fix the mindset that makes you treat this casually. The belief that it's just something you're trying, right? The lack of urgency, the comfort of having your job to fall back on, right? Your mindset is 95% of this. And you can have the best plan, but if your mindset treats it like a hobby, you will get hobby results. I decided this was my business, right? Not my side gig, not my maybe someday thing, right? My business. And I committed to it like a business. Every day, no excuses. And that's when things started to change. Not when I felt like it, right? But when I committed regardless of how I felt, right? Link is in the description if you want to check it out. And drop a fire emoji if you're treating this like a hobby, or if you're done treating this like a hobby and committed like a business, or and committing like a business. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.